Hi, everyone. My name is Megan Pollack. I am the Leadership Development, Marketing, and Membership Coordinator here at Optimist International. You may also know me as the LMS Administrator. So today we're going to do a walkthrough of LMS, which is the Learning Management System, to show you what is all offered on the website. So I'm going to share my screen. We'll get started. So here is, when you go on to optimist.tovuti.io, this is the landing page, what we refer to as the landing page. This is the page right before you log into LMS. So as you can see here, there are a bunch of switching banners. This is all important information that we update regularly on different deadlines, updates like, as you can see, 21-22 officer training is now available. 2021 officers need to complete it by a certain time. Be sure to look at these banners periodically. So here at the bottom, you see the frequently asked questions portion of the website. You can also go to Optimist website this way. Now, before I get into it more, if you do have problems finding optimist.tovuti.io, you can also access it through Optimist International's website, optimist.org. So you can go to Member Resources here in the middle. Now you're going to scroll down only to the second row here where it starts with Member Resources. You're going to go to Leadership Development. Between Marketing and Programs, you're going to go down to the third one from the top, Learning Management System. Click on that. And then you see a video here. You can learn more about LMS that way. This is my email address, lms@optimist.org. So if you have any questions regarding logging in, registering, anything regarding LMS, you can email me there. But you are going to go to this button here at the top, Optimist International's LMS website. You click here, it'll take you to the same exact website. So like I said, the banners here are going to be updated regularly. These two buttons here, these three will probably be interacting with the most. So the login button here, this is going to be where you will put in your username and password. The contact page or the contact information here, this is if you cannot reach me at lms@optimist.org. And then subscription plans, this is imperative. If you are watching this on LMS, then more than likely you've already gone through this process. But if you are watching this on YouTube and you have not accessed LMS yet, you will have to go through subscription plans. So here there are different subscriptions, regardless if you are a club officer or if you are a member in general. So you will be clicking on either of these, and these will put you into specific groups. These groups are very, very important, so be sure you follow those instructions very, very carefully. If you do not have instructions on this, feel free to email me at lms@optimist.org. So we're going to go back up to the top. You're going to go to login. There's all my login information here. Log in here. So it's going to take you here to the dashboard. The dashboard is the first page that will come up. It's going to say, welcome back, Optimist International. That's me. I am the administrator, so that's what my name is on here. But yours will say, welcome back, whatever your name is. So I'll go through a little bit of what all these things are. Badges and certificates are what you receive when you complete a course. So you can see I've completed the District Foundation Representative. I've completed the Zoom User Guide. Same thing with certificates. I've completed the Lieutenant Governor training, concussion in sports, etc. The leaderboard here, this isn't much to worry about. This is just things that I don't have much control over, so it doesn't really change very much either. So we're going to ignore that for now. Checklists is something that's new to LMS this year. I've recently started developing it because I've gotten the question a lot of like, okay, I've logged into LMS, what do I do now? So if you are a general member or anybody that logs into LMS at this moment, this checklist will come up, what to do in LMS. I always recommend people look at the Welcome to TOVUTI course, which is where this video is housed. Every time when you complete the video, this little check mark, when you complete a course specifically, this little check mark will come up. Same thing with the Optimist Leaders Portal tutorial. When I complete that, there will be a check mark right here. Here you can see past webinars found in the media library. I just kind of go through different things that you all can do to get yourself familiar with LMS. Now here, this just goes to show, this is I think a little bit gray. It says this can only be marked complete by finishing the task listed. So you have to physically go to this portion to get the check mark, it'll be auto completed. When LMS shows that you watched it, then it'll give you a check mark here. Now the blue, this is when this goes to show that there's an external link specifically. So questions about LMS, there's a on the right hand side of this task here, there's a little arrow. You're going to click here and it's going to take you back here only because I wanted you guys to see my email address. Same thing with Optimus Jargon. I click here and there is a PDF version of this. So that's specifically if you are a member. If you are specifically, let's say, a president, you're going to get specific things that are going to be pertinent to the position. So club president course, you'll have to complete that, as well as you'll see the honors tracking form. You can see honors club structure worksheet. This is when you're trying to figure out what leaders are going to be in your group. This is a great checklist, so that way you guys have a better idea of what to do in your position. Or if you're a general member, what to do within LMS, because there are a lot of great things to do in LMS. So here on the right-hand side, you're going to see course progress. This just goes to show you, this will show you when you started it and how much progress you have gotten with it. And of course, what course that is talking about. You can also see all the completed courses. You're going to click show completed courses right here. Welcome to TOVUTI. It shows that I started on the 2nd, I finished it this year, and the progress is 100%. So you can toggle between these two. The other way you can see if you've completed a course is through the certificates and the badges. So next we're going to go to the media library here. The media library is another great resource that LMS offers. I know we really hone in on courses because that is required for Honors Club designation, but the media library is a great way to access any past webinars, any activities that your club may be doing, orientation, optimism. This just goes to show all of them. You can look at a president to president. You can watch a Take Me to Your Next Leader webinar. That's a past one. Orientation optimism is something I like to highlight because this is great for new members and even old members that may need a refresher on all things optimist. So this is a great thing to show, and this is available on LMS. Same thing with activities. You can watch how to do for the communication contest, for the deaf and hard of hearing, photography contest, word oratorical, etc. You can also access these by looking at categories if you want to look specifically. So like I want to look at all webinars, this is where you can find it. They're all listed under all categories as well. So either way, you'll be able to access them. And the best way you can do that is literally to just click. Sometimes it'll take you externally. So orientation and optimism will take me externally. But if we look at like visual arts competition, it'll take me within this, within LMS. So that is media library. That's what this looks like. And now going below here, you're going to go to the courses. I should also highlight this vertical blue bar off to the left-hand side here. This is where a lot of information is going to be. This is how you're going to direct yourself throughout LMS. So we've gone through dashboard, we've gone through the media library, which is where we are now, and then courses is the next portion of it. So I'm going to scroll down to the president information lesson. So as you can see, I'll go back actually really quickly. These are all the lessons. There's more lessons offered to me right now just because I'm administration, but these are all the lessons that are offered for LMS users. As soon as you pay the $6, you have access to every single thing within LMS, everything that is public, I should say, which most everything is. So as you can see, I'm on club president information, which is the 21-22 club officer training at the moment. So now within a course, there are different lessons. So as you can see here, there are 10 different lessons here. The nice thing about LMS is that if you go through 3, let's say you're sitting down, you go through 3 and then life gets busy, you have to take a break. LMS will save all the progress within a lesson for you. So that way, if you log out and log back in, it'll pick up right where you left off, which is really nice. And you can also jump around if you need to. So really quickly off here to the right-hand side, there's a progress box right here. As you can see, this will show you how much percentage you have completed of it. And as you progress throughout these lessons, it'll show the circle will move, the green bar will move, which is a really handy dandy tool, just so that way you know how close you are to completing the course. Now, scrolling down here, let's say you jump around a little bit more and you're like, well, I did 1, 2, 6 and different ones, and you forget which ones you did. So if you see here, you see all the courses listed. The green check mark shows that you have completed that lesson. But here, the little clock symbol here still says it started, but you haven't completed it yet. So that way you know, okay, I got to go to Service Up to Youth 2 to make sure that I get this complete. Now I'm going to go back to this one really quickly. So these are, make sure as you are, we get a lot of questions about, well, I watched this lesson and I completed the course, but why is it still showing me that I am only at 80%? So there are a couple reasons as to why that is because number one, you haven't watched the video all the way through. Even clicking 2 seconds before the video is over is going to prevent you from moving forward and progressing. The other thing is making sure that all of your questions are submitted. So for example, there are these arrows right here are going to move you through all the questions. So you're going to see check, cannot. So as you do this, you're going to answer all these. These are going to submit each individual question. And as you get to the very, very last one, you're going to click finish. That is going to tell you, okay, both of these are done. This will show that it's been completed, and then you'll move on and the progress bar will move. So that is courses. Those are all the courses that are available. Next is groups. I'll take you to groups next. So groups are basically like Facebook. Like if you think of Facebook groups, this is kind of what this is, but it's only housed within LMS. So anyone that is a part of Optimist LMS will only have access to these groups. So let's say there can be public groups and there can be closed groups. So as you can see, the Southwestern Ontario District has its own group. If I wanted to, I could join it. Here's where you could join that group. But this is basically where any announcements may be made, etc. You can see the members, any sort of pictures on here. It's basically like a Facebook, if you will. Now we'll go to a private group this time. So the 21-22 vice presidents and governors. This one I'm already a member of, I know at the moment, but you would have to request to get in. So as you can see, Michael Shoup created this, and I could put anything on here. So if I ever have a question, if I'm a vice president or a governor, I can always ask, hey, this got put out, what do you guys think, etc., etc. This is a really, really nice tool, especially if you are working with governors or VPs or any like particular executive board within your club or within your district. You can create your own easily. You'll basically be the administrator. So as you can see, our director of digital media, Jennifer Bagwell, has one on Canva, and that's open to anyone. They have 18 members, and she's the one that posts the most on here. So that's groups. If you have any questions about that, feel free to ask me and email me at lms@optimist.org if you have any questions about that. Next, you're going to go to the community, which is basically sort of the same thing as like a timeline or like your Facebook feed. So you can obviously like write what's on your mind, etc., etc. Things like that. There's been a lot of activity within Canva, which has been awesome. So this just shows me what activity has been happening. So the different things are on here. That way people can post pictures. You can write anything on here at all. You can also access this stuff through here as well. So that's community. Blog will be utilizing more in the future. Only people with specific access have access to the blog. Like right now, I'm able to write a new blog post, but not everyone is able to do that. Next is my profile. This is basically the same thing as a Facebook profile. You can change the cover photo. You can change your profile picture. And this also shows you different badges and certificates. So if you are uncertain that you completed it and you can't see if it's at 100%, this is also a way you can look at your awards and your badges and certificates. Subscription plans, this is another way you can access it. Contact information, this is, you can email me right here. There's my name, and you can give me your first name, last name, and I will email you within 24 hours, more than likely. Unless it's a weekend, then I'll be able to answer you on Monday. And then the forum is any questions that you may have. So there's a welcome mat, suggestion box, webinar questions and suggestions. We want to hear what you guys think. So feel free to look at the comment on the forum and we will be able to check it. So really quickly before I wrap this up, we are going to look at the top right here. There are these three little lines here. This just hides the blue bar, and it comes right back if you would like that. This is your notifications. So as you can see, I've gotten a lot of notifications from people. Jennifer Bagwell has posted in the Optimist Canva community. So any group that you are a part of, you will get a notification. Same thing with messages. If I have any messages, I can see those there. If I get any friend requests, that's will come up here. And just like Facebook, there will be like a number 1 or a number, however many you have on here at the top. And here you can see all of our socials, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram. YouTube's a great option, especially for optimists. I recently discovered that, and it's been a great resource to me. Now here, this is going to be a little more important to all of you. Administrator options is not available for you guys. That's just me because I am an administrator. You can view your profile this way. So I know you can view it here as well. You can also view it with the 3 little dots up here right where your profile is. You can go to my transcript. My transcript will also show you all the places, all the courses you have completed. So as you can see, it'll show you, oh, I completed Welcome to TOVUTI, but I'm still in progress with the 2021. I'm only at 89%. Things like that. It'll give you a bunch of different information from there. You can access that through my transcript. Billing manager, this is really important, especially if you use your credit card. So let's say your credit card expires, you need to update it. You can do that right here. You can do my recurring payment settings and transactions, as well as you can print out a receipt if you want, especially if you are a lieutenant governor and you need to get reimbursed for it. That's a great way to do it. My inbox is another way to, that's where new messages is. You can also find messages here. That's a great way to interact with people, other optimists as well. And then the log out button, which will just take you out of here. So if you have any questions regarding LMS whatsoever, whether it's registering, whether it's having difficulties logging in, whether it's difficulties not being recorded on the report, anything at all, even if you have any suggestions, feel free to email me at lms@optimist.org, and I will be happy to answer any and all questions that you have. So thank you so much, and you all have a great rest of your day.